Well, hello people, how's it rockin'? Today we're gonna be making a microwave tier list. Hope you enjoyed this amazing quality video. Alright, we're gonna start off with a... Fuck, I need to repaste this. We're gonna start off with a Panasonic NN-SN966. I would say this is a classic. You've seen this in every household. Your friend probably has one of these. I would say these are valuable. They're a bit old. You still have to input them. You still have to input the time you want to heat your food at with buttons. I would say that's a solid B. All right. Next up, we have an NN-SD975S. I think this one's very fancy. It has like a little switch you can flip to the side. It has a clock. It has buttons. I have no idea how this works. But this seems like a solid B, maybe. No, this is more fancier than the SN966S. Fuck, I can't pronounce it even. But this is reminding me of the Terminator movie, so I'm gonna bump this up to an A. All right. Next up, we have an SMD. We have a Sharp SMD 2489ES. I see this has like Bluetooth. This is certainly a plus. Though at first glance I thought this was an oven, but that doesn't stop it from being a B in the B tier. Bluetooth, pretty epic. I would say so. If I would say so myself, that's pretty epic. The fact that it looks like an oven is like knocking it down a few tiers, but the Bluetooth is like still valuable. I'm not sure if I should put this in A or in S, or in B or in A. I'm gonna go with A. Alright, next up we have a Whirlpool Smart French Door Refrigerator. You can't live without one of these. I'm telling you, these guys are the meta. So this is an automatic S tier in my opinion, in my humblest eyes. I'm not a professional, but I'm doing my best. I forgot the name. Hold on. Next up we have an NN-SN686S. This one, on first glance, this might seem a little weird, but you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. If you see on the side over here, it has like some fancy keyboard. It has like some fancy keyboard. It's a little old probably. It has like the green clock in military time, but it's still a useful microwave. I fuck with it, and you should too. B tier, and you don't need a keyboard if you got this. Next up, we have a toaster, SpongeBob edition. Now this boy is going straight up to the S tier. Don't argue with me on this one, because you can. Honestly, you can. This is a perfect toaster. This is a perfectly usable toaster, and it adds vibe to the house. You know, you can't live without one. I got like 7 out of these. I got like 7 of these in my house. I don't exit the house without one. You can cook bread with it and shit, and bake bread. All right, next up we have this model. This is an LG QT microwave. Now this automatically adds vibe to the house. I like this one. See? This one has like a little smile. It's cute, it's funky, it's gonna bring you guests over. It will pull hose. Even Drake has one of these. I'm gonna put this in S or A tier. I'm gonna stick with, oh, the vibes. But it's just a regular toaster, but the vibes. Alright, the vibes are winning on this one. Alright, prepare yourselves, because next up we have an RTX 360 titanium automatic S tier. I don't know who uses a microwave as a keyboard case, but I fuck with that, and you should too. Next up, classic. You can't live without one of these. This is an automatic S tier for anyone. I know a lot of people hate Razer, but I think that's biased. That's just a Razer toaster. You shouldn't hate on a brand just because it's a brand. Alright, next up, the ultimate washer by Whirlpool. Do I even need to say anything about this? Wait, S tier. Alright, I don't have a... I'm gonna run out of space. Alright, next up, we have a Panasonic NN-GN68KS. This one, I'm thinking this is our first F tier. This seems old. The buttons are shit. I don't know why anyone would buy this. It's expensive. It's unpractical. It's ugly. It's anything but a good toaster. F tier. I'm sorry. Alright, next up, we have a Samsung MS14K6000AS. Now, I read a little bit about this one, and this one's very fancy. It has like stainless steel, it has a sensor. Like, I don't know why you would need a sensor, but this one has it for luxury purposes. Although it's not quite S tier, it's not the SpongeBob toaster tier, but it is good. It is good. It has stainless steel and shit. It has a sensor. It can microwave. A tier. Alright. Hello. Next up, the Samsung MG14H 30-20 centimeters. Now this bad boy, I read something about power grill. I got no idea what that means. Power grill, but that doesn't sound bad. You know, if a microwave could grill, like why would you need anything besides it if a microwave could grill? A tier. Alright, next up we have a Samsung MC12J80 35CT. Now I'm gonna be real, on a first glance, this might look to you like a stove or an oven. But if you look past the cover, if you look past the skin, if you look at the personality, it's also shit. It's going into C tier. Next up, we have a Samsung ME21M76S. That looks like a fucking smart screen TV. This looks like an abusive ex. Nothing but looks. Absolute dog shit. I would say D or F tier. D or E tier. I'm not sure. The only thing that sort of this thing has going for it is the fact that it can microwave. That's about it. E tier. Alright, now we're moving over to LG. This is an LG LMC2075ST. And I have good vibes for this one. I have good vibes for LG entirely. This has inverted filtering or whatever, and easy cleaning. This is an easy A tier. It's practical, it's cleanable, it doesn't take a lot of work, it's an A tier. I had high hopes for LG, but I couldn't even differentiate this one from the previous microwave. They are different, by the way, you just can't really see a difference very much. This is an LG NeoChef LMC2075ST. Now I'm be real, LG be yapping, it ain't that good. This one's going into the D tier. Next up, we have an LG LMV2031st. This one comes with easy cleaning. I don't know if you could tell. It comes in 4 colors, stainless steel, and can microwave. B tier. Alright, next up, we have an LMC K35S. This one's also from LG, and I'm gonna be honest with everyone. The more microwaves I look at from LG, the more I can't find a difference between each and every single one of these. LG is all talk, all bark, no bite. This one's just a worse NeoChef. It's going in the E tier next to the NeoChef. Alright, next up, we have a Breville BMO700SIL. Now, this one is insane. This one is just an abomination, but the worst thing about this one is the price. This one is $600. This one is going in absolute F tier. I am not paying $600 for this. Alright, remember what I said about LG, how it's all bark, no bite? Breville doesn't even have a bark. They're not good. I'm gonna be real. This thing right here looks like a tin can I would find on the side of the street being used by a homeless man as like a shelter. This one is going into E tier. I'm sorry for any Breville fans. Alright, over here we have a Breville BMO650SIL. Now, I have two things to say about this. First of all, my phone has the same buttons. I don't know, this might be able to like record videos on it, which is pretty cool. Second of all, this person was taking the photos at like 5 AM. And they were taking them like shit because it's like 10 pixels. But overall, this is so far the best one I've seen from them, D tier. Next up, this is a Breville, the Barista Touch, or whatever its name is. This one is a coffee machine. And I don't know if that's expensive for a coffee machine, but this costed $1,500. I don't know if that's expensive, but for me, that is very expensive. I don't have one of these yet. I don't drink coffee, but shit, $1,500 for this? I'm out. Next up, we have a Sharp R21 CFS. Now, this one looks like a fucking NASA computer. This has an instruction bar on top of the Morse code binder. This one is hard to understand, impractical, looks like it weighs 10 tons. I don't know where you would fit this. This one's an F. Alright, next up we have a Sharp R1860LS. Now this thing over here looks like a fucking coffin. Not only that, but it will make you go into a coffin because this inputs 850 volts. This one is powerful, not as a microwave in particular, more as like a killing machine, but as a microwave it's an E. This is a Sharp R33 1ZS. This is like the normal microwave they've done from Sharp, or like the first normal Sharp microwave I've seen. This one is practical because you can use this one for microwaving in actuality. We had like a Morse code coder and like an ink printer before. This one's like the first normal one, D tier. Now Sharp, I see you Sharp. Now this looks very cute. This looks very compatible. It looks nice. It has a spinning wheel thing. It has modes you can heat your food on. C tier. This is a Breville BMO850XL, by the way. Cashier, by the way. I quickly want to mention that this was not a Breville. This was a Sharp R800BK. Alright, moving over to the big boys now. This is a GE, which stands for General Electronics, by the way. This is a GE JES205 1SN-SS. This looks pretty sci-fi. I like the vibes, but it's not enough for it to be above a B tier for me. I'm sorry. Hello guys, Future Sash here. I actually planned on reviewing a lot more models. I had like a full list over here, but I don't want this video to be like 40 minutes long, so this is where I'm gonna end it. If you want a part 2 of all of these other models, let me know and I'll think about it. Alright, have a nice day. See ya!